I'm so sorry if I'm chewing loudly. I very much apologize for that. I hope I'm not disgusting any of you. For 12 years, and I did not know that he existed. I literally had no idea. I like used to hang out with kids in the neighborhood all the fucking time. Like I would see people all the fucking time, like hang out with literally every kid in the neighborhood. Did not know this kid Abby existed until I was like 11 or 12. Did have no idea why. But I met him on the school bus in 6th grade. And I thought he was the most annoying little shit ever. I thought he was so annoying. But I was like, yeah, this kid is like, he's like kind of annoying, but he's pretty funny. Like I like him. So we like started hanging out. Like we would do, like we would like, he had a phone back then and I didn't. Like he had like a BlackBerry, like not like a smartphone or anything, like literally like a BlackBerry. And we'd go on the internet on his BlackBerry together, just me and him, and we would read scary stories on the bus. Like we'd go online and be like, yo, like scariest stories ever website, and just like look at scary fucking stories. And like there were a few nights where we'd read a scary story on the bus, go home, and then the next morning we'd both be like super tired and be like, yo, did you sleep? And he'd be like, no dude, I was too scared. And I was like, yo, me too. So we kind of bonded over that, and like that became like bro became like one of my best friends like over time. And like we like got into a significant amount of trouble together. Like our bus driver like fucking hated the two of us so much because we were all just like, we were just so loud and so like obnoxious, and just like did so much stupid shit. But yeah, so that was how me and Albie met. I met Monis again. Like I've known Monis like his entire life. Like our parents knew each other before we were born. So I've literally known him since birth. I met Tanman in middle school too. In like English class, like he was always the kid who had gum, so everyone would go up to him and ask him for gum, and I'd be like, yo dude, can I get gum? And like he'd always like be, he's like super nice, so he'd always be like, yeah sure, you can have gum, and like everyone would just take his gum. But we became like really tight in middle school as well, and so all four of us became friends like at that time. And then me and Abby went to a different high school than Monis and Tanmay did, and we met Marco in high school. And like me and Abby became super tight with Marco like pretty instantly. So yeah, that's how we all met. Now to get to the fucking actual story about like how Weston Estate formed. So it was like we were in 10th grade. So we were like maybe 15. We were maybe like 15. And Abby's like grandma, I think, was like having some issues. So his parents both went to India, and he had the whole house to himself. And so he basically like, his parents were like, yo, like do not have anyone over, like under no circumstances are you allowed to have anyone over while we're gone. Just like be safe, don't do anything stupid. So his parents leave. First thing he does is call me and Tanman and be like, yo, my parents aren't home, like just pull up and like we'll like hang out. But like we'd been talking about like wanting to make music for like a long time. Abby had like downloaded FL Studio, and like he'd been playing around with it and just like doing random shit. And we were like always talking about like, yo, we should definitely try and make a song together, like just for fun, just for like shits and to see what happens. And so like Abby would send us beats and stuff, and we'd be like, oh yeah, this is cool, but like I don't really like this, like you should change something about this. And like it kind of just started from there. And then that one day where he called me and he called me over and he called Tanmay over, and he was like, yo, both of you just come over, like my parents aren't home, we can just make some music and just like chill. So we were like, okay, bet, cool. But the only issue was so the issue was that he has security cameras all over his house, all over the outside and the inside. So, and he also has a dog, like a big ass German Shepherd, who will like bark like and like attack you if you're not supposed to be there. So we were like, dude, how the fuck are we gonna get into this house? Like we have no idea how you're gonna get us in. And he was like, dude, don't worry, I'll sneak you in. Just like, there's like a side door, like a side window, like a window like on the side of the house that's like in one tiny blind spot of the camera. So you have to like sneak close to the garage and like basically like shuffle along the wall like in front of the garage to get to the side of the house, and then Albie would open the window and like we'd have to like we had to climb through the window to get in. So we were like, me and Tammy were like, dude, I like it. This is ridiculous. Like, I wish we could just walk in and he could just tell his parents that we were here. Like, we're not even doing anything bad. We're literally just making music. But he was like, no, dude, like, if they find out that y'all were here, like, I'm screwed. Like, we can't do this. So I was like, okay, fine. So we snuck in, and we like made this like really like stupid trap song, like just for fun. And we were like, yeah, this is kind of hard. And then after that, we made another song. We started another song that was like, we sampled. Okay, I don't know how many of y'all have seen Bollywood movies, or how many of y'all have seen the movie Jab We Met. It's called Jab We Met. But there's this really good song from that movie that is called Tum Se Hi, and we like sampled it, like this part. Yeah, so we took that and we sampled it and we made it into like a little R&B beat. And from that we were like, yo, like this actually sounds really cool. So like let's just do something with it. But the issue was, so all of our parents talked to each other, right? So my parents, like, I told my parents I was going to Albie's place, but I didn't tell them that like that his parents didn't know, like weren't allowing him to have people over. So I was like, and I live like 5 houses down from Albie, so I was like, Mom, I'm going to Albie's house, like I'll see you soon. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'll see you soon. So I left and we did all this stuff, and then all of a sudden my mom calls me and is like come home, it's time for dinner. And I was like, okay, but like we were really excited about working on this song, so we were like, I don't know if I I don't want to stop working on it. So I asked my mom, I was like, yo, can Tammy and Albie come and sleep over at our house tonight so that we can finish this song? And then my mom was like, oh yeah, no, that's okay, but like what about, like, isn't Albie at home alone? Like what is he doing? Like, he should stay at home and like watch over the house, right? And I was like, yeah, I guess, but he needs to be there. Like, can you just let him come over? And I was like, she was like, let me talk to Albie's mom first. And I was like, no, dude, don't talk to Albie's mom, because if you talk to her, then she'll know that like we're at his house. So I had to like tell her, I was like, he actually wasn't supposed to be having people over, so could you just like call his mom and be like, just like give some excuse for him to sleep over. So then Albie was like, could you tell my mom? He asked my mom. So Albie went up to my mom and was like, could you call my mom and like tell her that I'm too scared to be sleeping in the house by myself? Like, he's like 16 and he has a fucking huge dog. Like, he's in no trouble, or like there's no reason for him to be scared of being in the house by himself. But he just like used that as an excuse to come sleep in my house. So my mom called his mom in India and was like, she was like, hi Shalini, like I was wondering if it was okay if Albie like spent the night at our place, because he is kind of scared to stay at the house alone. And Shalini auntie was like, or Albie's mom was like, okay, like sure, I guess, just like tell him to lock the house up and like it'll be fine. So yeah, we like he locked the house up. He came over. We like spent the entire rest of the night working on this song, and like it was the most like ratchet ass recording process ever. Like we had no microphone. We had no real microphone. So we like would take like these Bose headphones with like a microphone, like talking on this, like, you know, like the talking microphones, like let me try and find one. You know, like on an iPhone, like on earbuds, like how there's like a microphone. So we were using that microphone to record our like audio, and like it was so bad. It just sounded so incredibly shit. And like we were recording in my living room. My living room is like very echoey, and so like it just wasn't coming out right at all. So me and Albie were like, yo, like, what about this? Like, what about like, so I took like 4 pillows from my like couch, and like I would hold two pillows over like Tammy's face, and Albie would hold another 2 pillows over Tammy's face like this. So we created like a little insulated like sound box so that we could record all of this music and make it sound like it's not echoing. So it was like a very ratchet setup, and whoever was recording, like the other 2 people would just be holding pillows to their face. We looked so stupid. But yeah, so that's how we made our first song, and it was called Another. And it is not, I don't think it's anywhere anymore. Like, I think we took it down from everywhere because it was so bad. But yeah, so that's the story of how we made our first song. And it was just the three of us at first. It was me, Augie, and Teme. And then after that, Modest like saw that we were doing stuff like musically, and we knew that he was a good singer. So he was like, "Yo, can I like join in?" And we were like, "Yeah, dude, of course." Like, so that's how Modest joined. And then after that, Marco actually joined as our photographer. He was supposed to be our photographer and like our graphic designer, like making like cover art for us and stuff. And it was like, that's the only thing he was supposed to do initially. So we were like, okay, cool. Like we have like a visuals guy, like we have like all the musicians, like we're set, we're straight. And then I remember super vividly, like one day I was sitting at Chick-fil-A. Like it was after school, like I had just had like food with my friends and they had all left, and I was waiting to get picked up because I couldn't drive yet. And Marco texted me, because we were already friends at the time, and he texted me and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you an audio file right now, just let me know what you think." And it's an audio file of him in the shower singing Hopeless by Khalid. He's singing Hopeless by Khalid, and I listened to it. I swear to God, first time I'd ever heard this dude sing in my entire life. I had known him for at least a year and a half, had no idea he could sing. And he sent this to me, and I was like, "Dude, like, what the fuck? You sound insane. Like, you sound so fucking good." And he was like, "Dude, are you serious?" And I was like, "Yes, dude, send it to other people, like, and ask them for their opinion, and I guarantee you they're gonna say that this is good because it's fucking crazy. Like, you're actually insane. Like, I had no fucking idea that you could sing like this." And he was like, "Okay, bet." And he sent it to a bunch of our other friends, and like they were all like, "Wow, like, he's fucking, like, he's actually good at singing." So then we were like, "Dude, Marco, like, fucking just hop on one of our songs." And he did. And the first song he ever hopped on was called Go Away. And I think it's still on SoundCloud. If you go to Weston Estate SoundCloud and you scroll all the way down, I think it's one of the first songs that we have on there. And Marco does like a little rap verse on it. And the rest is history. That's how we all met. And that's how that's what we've been doing ever since. So yeah. We've been best friends ever since, and that is Weston Estate. So now y'all know the entire extended lore of Weston Estate. Oh, actually, you don't know how we came up with the name. So after after me, Modest, and Teme made that song, we were like on PlayStation Party. Actually, I wasn't there, but Modest and Teme were, and they were like just like talking about, like, it was right after we made that song and we were super excited about it. We were like, "Oh, like, this is so crazy. Like, I'm so glad that we like made this song. Like, we should just like make more music." And he was like, what would be a cool name for like a band? And Teme lives across from this neighborhood called Weston Estates. It's a neighborhood in Cary. And he was like, "Dude, Estate sounds like really cool. Like, it sounds like very regal." And we were like, "Yeah, that sounds really cool." Like, and then Aubrey was like, "You mean like Weston Estates, like the neighborhood that's across from yours?" And Teme was like, "Yeah, dude, like Weston Estate, like let's call it Weston Estate." And then everyone was like, "Oh, dude, that's a hard name." So we just used that name. And now I think if you look up Weston Estate, we actually might be above the real estate people. Let me look. Yeah, we are. So we've overtaken the real estate company that owns the Weston Estates neighborhood. It's like right above it though, like right underneath. You'll see a map and it will say Weston Estates. If you look up Weston Estate on Google, like it shows us, and then right underneath it shows like the actual neighborhood that we based it on, like right here. Yeah. So that's why we came up with the name Weston Estate. Oh man, it's kind of cold now. Yeah. Damn. That story took so long that my fucking crunch wrap got cold.